Okay, if you are at 6 to 8 figures as a founder, especially as a coach, I'm going to save you 6 months of your headaches and also probably a few gray hairs too. Because I'm going to let you in on something which I see during most discovery calls, which you can avoid right from this day. Okay, I have my notes on the side, so I'm going to reference it because I am a go high level architect who has been working with 6 to 8 figure businesses, especially those who are trying to scale. Almost on every single discovery call that I get from my website, I see this exact same thing, which is people consistently say that they think they need a new funnel. But I have a few different options on my page. Okay, you can go back and check on my website. But almost every time when I audit their site, one thing I realize is that most founders don't actually need a brand new funnel. Yeah, and almost every single time I get that response from somebody which says I need a funnel, I smile before I get on a call because oftentimes the problem is not the funnel itself, like I mentioned. And the problem is a lot more deeper, which a lot of you don't realize. And if every problem could be solved by just assigning a funnel, everybody could hire just a funnel builder and get their job done, right? What I realized is when they get on a call, the problem is a lot more deeper. So which means most of you don't even know that somebody can actually help you uncover the problem that you guys have before building the funnel. And that's where I come in. As an architect, these are a few questions I would highly recommend you think, and also we would think on most of the calls, right? So I start asking you questions like, how are the leads being followed up? Who is following up with your leads right now? Where are they breaking? Do you have a webinar system in place? How are you generating leads? What happens when somebody signs up into your landing page? Next is, how are people finding you and coming into your world? Are you even tracking which social media channel is working for you? Because most of you are burnt out. And then who's following up with that leads? If something is not converting, how do you know it's just the funnel? How do you know it's not your backend systems? And that's when most of them get the light bulb moment and they think, oh, I've never thought about these, Amsa. We just thought we needed a funnel, and that's exactly why we booked a call. And that's exactly what I help you diagnose on most of the free discovery calls, right? When you get onto a paid call, especially like a clarity sprint session, which I do for $297, I don't just help you tell you that you need a brand new funnel. In fact, it's the other way around. For a lot of businesses, they would have already spent a few $1,000s with a funnel builder and they don't even want to change the funnel. Maybe it's the messaging, and most often it's the back-end systems. Like you don't have a place where you can nurture your audiences. So I am a classic example of stepping back and actually auditing the entire business, because when things were falling apart, when AI was, peak in 2025 in my business, what I did was, instead of adding more people, instead of getting more frustrated, I actually took a step back and I audited my own business. I understood what was stopping me from growing, what social media channels worked for me, where are my audiences coming from. And I already decided that I need to add threads and add YouTube into my business, because long form content is where trust is built at. I did not post a lot of long form videos. So right now I added YouTube to it because it's helping me generate more leads, and you can actually see the behind the scenes of the backend build. I'll leave the link to my YouTube below. You can subscribe. I do a few videos every month, so you can actually see how I think as a go high level architect, right? And that's exactly sometimes stopping you. All you have to do is step back and actually see what's working in your business. So if you can relate, if you've looked at your business and you have ever thought, well, my business looks great on the front end, but the back end is literally held together. I'm literally praying that things don't work. I'm literally crossing my fingers during every single launch, and I'm hiring more and more VAs. They don't understand what go high level is, or I'm just constantly having to give them a lot of, instructions, or they just don't understand how businesses work. Then that's exactly why I created the Clarity Sprint, right? So it's a $297 audit where we go through end to end in your business, and I audit everything in your business, and I give you a structural map plus the next steps for you to take, plus a video audit, so you can literally understand what's going on, what's breaking, because this comes from a founder herself, right? So go high level is just a platform, but the strategy is what most of them do not understand, and is what your business needs. So click the link below. Oh, also, this Clarity Sprint audit is not just a simple audit, which is more like, beginners or something like that. Because I have done about 30 plus audits by this time, I know exactly what's going to bring in revenue, what you should stop doing, what you should do more of. So it's going to be a lot more comprehensive than you can think. It's a lot more comprehensive than what a normal virtual assistant or anybody for that matter should be able to give you. This is going to stop you from hiring random freelancers who say, you need a webinar funnel, you need this design, you need this copy. I know that none of those actually work, right? And this is going to be the first step to saving you thousands of dollars before you even decide to invest in any other freelancers. So this is the same exact audit that I give my clients before they decide to invest in the Growth OS Accelerator build with me, which is about $6,000, especially when you want to do webinars.